My name is Lindsay Wong. I am a creative writing graduate from Humber. I graduated in 2017. I am an author, lecturer in creative nonfiction, and a freelance editor. This is my Humber story. I enrolled in Humber School for Writers because I wanted to refine my technique in speculative fiction. I just found my time at Humber really enriching because I was able to really get a sense of where I wanted to go as a writer. The Humber program really allows you to have a mentorship with an established author. It can be really helpful in terms of finishing your manuscript. I would say it's a very invaluable experience, and I can't recommend it enough if you're an aspiring or emerging writer. As a author, I remember getting, the heartbreaking news that the last editor wasn't going to offer on the book. And my agent, said we should move on to a different project. But I am someone who is very persistent. Rejection is never fun. We get rejected every day, even, as a published author. The Woo Woo finally came out in 2018. It was a national bestseller. It is a memoir about growing up in a dysfunctional Chinese Canadian family. They don't believe in mental illness, and they blame all their problems on Chinese ghosts, which is called the Woo Woo. When the Woo Woo was published, I was really surprised because the book had been rejected 13 times. So for me to have recognition was a surprise because I thought no one would want to read it. The book was on Canada Reads in 2019. I was a finalist for the Hilary Weston Prize, and it won the Hubert Evans Prize in creative nonfiction. After I'd written it and published it and toured it, Jennifer Ung at Simon Pulse in New York reached out to me and said, "Do you want to try writing a YA novel?" And My Summer of Love and Misfortune was born. It is about Iris Wang, who fails out of high school, doesn't get into any colleges. She's every parent's worst nightmare. And so her parents send her to Beijing to live with relatives to hopefully straighten her out. A lot of authors end up wearing a lot of hats. I currently work as a lecturer in creative nonfiction. I also edit freelance manuscripts. I would say the ability to finish a book is more important than being the most talented person in the room. A good writer is someone who doesn't give up. They're persistent, and they really know what they want to say. Writing is a very solitary, very long process. We spend hours and hours of our lives in a room, as any creative knows, but to be able to finally connect with other writers and readers, that I would say is the most rewarding part of being a writer. My next project is a book of immigrant horror stories, and it's titled Tell Me Pleasant Things About Immortality. And it follows, for example, a zombie from 17th century China who just can't die, and she keeps trying to die. I'm always trying to take workshops. I'm always going to talks and seminars. I'm reading craft books because I feel like there's, so much to be learned. I wasn't one of those people who just knew they wanted to be a writer. I remember my professors telling me that, you have a story, you have a voice. Might be something you want to pursue. That's something really surprising about when you go to school. You don't know what you are potentially good at until you try. I'm Lindsay Wong, and I am a proud Humber grad.